my name is Mireya and welcome back to this mini homeschool marathon series that I'm doing on my channel. For today's video, I will be sharing with all of you guys all of the preschool / kindergarten must-haves that we all need to start our homeschool at home. To start off, the first thing that we must have at home is a printer. This is a must for me. At first, I started printing a few things at my library and it got a little bit expensive. I'm not quite sure, possibly 20 cents for each page that's in color, so it can get a little bit expensive. Finally, I purchased a printer at home. I wanted one that was small. I didn't want like a huge one. The one I have is Wi-Fi. It's a scanner. It's a printer. You can do all kinds of things with my printer. I like it. I've printed hundreds of pages on this printer. Now, when you have a printer, you also need ink. Ink can get pretty expensive. So when I first bought my printer, I had some trouble getting it connected with my Wi-Fi. So I had to call HP's customer service support and they helped me set it up. Not only did they help me with that, they also offered me an ink subscription. I'm not getting paid for this, not sponsored at all. I'm just sharing with you guys what has helped me, and I'm hoping that you guys give it a try as well. HP offered me an ink subscription and I'm like, what? An ink subscription? Nowadays, like there's a subscription to anything, to makeup, even for groceries or making dinner, like everything's subscription nowadays. So I'm like, what is this all about? They told me that the cheapest plan, which is the one I have, $2.99 a month, and you can print 50 pages. I'm like, wait a minute. So I needed more information on this. I'm like, it sounds pretty good, right? Even if I pay $2.99 a month for 50 pages, for the whole year, it's $36. How much would I be using if I purchased the ink? Over $50. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be saving money with this ink subscription. They send me the ink when my ink runs out. They send it to me by mail. My printer is connected through my Wi-Fi, so it sends HP an alert when my ink is low, and they send me the ink before I run out of ink. It's already at my post office. I go and pick it up, and the old ink cartridges, I do have to send them back. They give me an envelope with postage that's already paid, so all I have to do is put the used ink cartridges and send them back to them. $2.99 a month is what I pay. You can always up your subscription if you're printing a lot more pages than I am. For me, it has worked out perfectly. I always check the app when I think I'm running close to my 50 pages. And then I check, and then it's able to tell me how many pages I have left. If you don't use all the 50 pages for that month, then they roll over for the next month. So if I don't print one whole month, the next month I can print 100 pages. As I said, not paid for this, but if I could help you guys save money with ink, you bet I'm gonna be telling you about it. And that's why I wanted to share that with you. A must-have for homeschooling, it's also an ink subscription. That's how it works. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always the type of girl that is always suspicious of things. Like when it sounds too good to be true, I don't believe it. My dad has always taught me that. Things are never free. I was not too convinced at first, but then I went ahead and got it, and they told me that I can cancel anytime. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. And I've had it for a couple months now, and I'm so happy with it. I'm gonna be going over a lot of things that I have in front of me. All this stuff is not in a particular order. Towards the end, I'm gonna be giving you some more ideas of things that you don't have to have, but I bought, and they're really helpful as well for preschool kindergarten. This is the Melissa Doug Magnet Calendar. Pretty big calendar, and I think it's a must-have for preschool kindergarten at home. You don't have to go and buy this calendar in particular. You can buy any calendar of your choice. I will be leaving you in the description box below a link to everything that's mentioned in this video. It's a wooden magnet, like a whiteboard calendar. So all these, they stick here, and my son loves to play with it. So we always go over the month, then the day, what was yesterday, what's today. We go over the season, then we go over the temperature. I have him peek outside, and he tells me, okay, it's really hot. We go over the weather, the days. I like to put the days here, even though it says activities here. Holidays, we put there, and how do you feel? Let me extend this. Pretty nice calendar here, months. And then it comes with a whole bunch of holidays, some faces here, the year, pretty heavy as well. This says my magnet daily calendar for ages 3 and up helps teach observation skills and calendar concepts, including days of the week, dates, seasons, holidays, and special events. Another must-have that we all need for preschool or kindergarten homeschooling are crayons. These are a must-have, triangular crayons. My son has learned pencil grip or how to hold a pencil or a marker because of these crayons. I think it's helped him a lot just because they're triangular and they're pretty thick. I like them. On the back it says promote proper writing grip. I think this is the answer to it all. This is what has helped him learn how to use a pencil, a marker, strong large size, great for coloring and drawing, won't roll off the table or desk. That's another plus there. Includes a tray and a plastic storage kit. These are 16 crayons. I also bought the Crazy Art Crayolas, the triangular ones. I don't recommend these as much. They're a bit waxy. On some worksheets, he has a light hand to color. When he was coloring with these crayons, it wasn't too visible. I would recommend the Crayola brand. Another must-have are safety scissors or small scissors for kids. There's a big variety of kids' scissors nowadays. These are from the dollar store. They don't cut as well, but they were the first scissors that he learned to cut with. But then again, I even tried them and it was a bit of a struggle to cut because the blades aren't that sharp, which I guess it's good, right? Because the kids won't cut their fingers. But I even had difficulty cutting with these. So you can always look for another pair of safety scissors or kids scissors. So I got these and these cut pretty well. They almost look pretty similar there. One tip that I would recommend to all parents out there is to teach the safety of scissors. So when my son started using the scissors, I always told him, whenever you walk with the scissors, always hold the bottom. Don't hold the top. I would put him to the test. Can you bring me the scissors? And then he would come walking. I'm like, remember, hold it from the bottom. So now that he holds the scissors and he walks with them, he always walks with his hand, holding the bottom. You don't want them to get cut whenever they could probably trip and fall and cut themselves with scissors if they're holding it the wrong way. So always teach your children the safety of scissors. Also, that scissors are meant to cut paper and not hair or anything else. So make sure you teach your children how to use the scissors and what they're used for. It's very important that you teach your children to use their imagination, to color, to have fun when painting. So another must-have is acrylic paints or watercolor paint. Whenever my son was little, we started painting and he would be well entertained with it, just doing like circles and just splatters everywhere. He had a lot of fun with it, so I think that's a must-have as well. What comes with acrylic paints and watercolors are paintbrushes. So paintbrushes are another must-have. I know they have them at the dollar store. You can also get acrylic paints at the dollar store. Acrylic paints sometimes can be more expensive at the dollar store because they're $1, but you can find other places like Michael's sometimes have sales on their acrylic paints, or Wal-mart. You can find some acrylic paints as low as 49 cents. Make sure you check out your local store to check what their sales are on acrylic paints. Just a quick tip out there to help you save money. Another must-have, and you guys are probably going to be tired of me mentioning that same word over and over again, but another must-have are markers. My son likes to do his work with markers. We're just starting with homeschool, so I want to make it fun for him. I don't want him to be bored or to not like school. I want him to think that school and learning is fun. So I let him use markers. I'm probably a bad parent for this or a bad teacher, but I'm letting him use markers. These are the thin ones, but he enjoys using the thicker one more. In case you're wondering, this little organizer I bought at the dollar store. They didn't have another color that day, so I bought red and I think it looks pretty cute. I don't have a lot of red stuff in the room, so it kind of like stands out. Stickers are very important and a must-have. I got them at different places. I got these stickers at the dollar store, which is the cheapest place for stickers, and they are good stickers. They do stick, they do have a pretty good adhesive. I know that back in the day, some stickers, you would stick them and then they would fall off easily. These don't. Pretty good stickers, 417 stickers. You can see the different variety there. I also got these stickers. These are 257 at the dollar spot at Target. Flashcards are another must-have on my list. Something that's very important in your child's learning or development teaching them in a variety of different ways. So when my son was a baby, I started pretty early with him with flashcards. I think flashcards are very important, and if you start at an early age, and it's okay if you haven't started yet, you're already taking the step and the initiative to teach your child. So you're doing pretty good, Mom. So flashcards are very important. These are the ABC flashcards. I got these at the dollar store. That's a really good place to buy flashcards. As I mentioned, we started when he was a baby. This is one of the ways that he learned his ABCs, the sounds. Grab a concept of, okay, that's the letter A and that makes a sound, and it comes with the word apple, apple, A. I have a couple different other flashcards that I have on this organizer that's from the dollar store. A lot of stuff that I have is from the dollar store. That's where you can find a lot of good things. I got these flashcards that are shapes. My son had so much fun with these. Orange, and then I would tell him, what shape is this? And he would say, oh, that's a circle. After we started with these cards, he would actually show me other things around the house without me even telling him. He would ask me, Mom, what is this? What shape is this? He would tell me, and I would tell him, that's a circle. He would grab his plate when he was done, and he would say, look, Mom, this is a circle. I think I was doing something pretty good, right? They're really colorful. On the back, they have the shapes here. The box doesn't really catch my attention, but the cards are pretty good. Some flashcards I got at different places. These color, shapes, and more. These are from theschoolzone.com, ages 4 and up. These I purchased at Kmart when the store was about to close. So I got a pretty good deal for this. I think it was maybe $2 for these. And these were $2.67 at Walmart. These are number cards. We would go over the numbers like after breakfast, because I know that my son would stay sit. So after breakfast, like right when he was done eating breakfast, I would tell him, we're gonna go over the numbers. We started pretty low, 0 to 10. Then we went up to 50. And then I had to buy these other flashcards that I don't have them here with me, but they're flashcards that I purchased on Amazon, and those cards are 0 to 100. But look at how colorful they are. Like, they catch the child's attention there. So it makes it fun. We would match the number 1 with this sailboat, number 2 with 2 bees. If you want to teach your child in a fun way, remember to buy some flashcards. And all of my flashcards fit in this organizer. Another must-have are magnetic letters. You can always get the magnetic letters or the wooden alphabet blocks. Let me tell you a little bit of why you need these letters. They help teach the alphabet in a fun learning way. On here it says wooden alphabet blocks for ages 4+, letters and spelling. They can identify the letters. You can play with them that way. Independent learning, critical thinking, shapes and colors. So many different ways to teach your child. You can tell them, oh, let's put all the blue colors together. Let's put all the red. Or you can line them up in a row. They can do some spelling later on. Create and build. See, back here it says spell words and match colors. These are pretty nice. These were $3 at the dollar spot at Target. The magnetic letters, I like these a lot because they entertain my son. I would let him play on the fridge while I was cooking, so that entertained him when he was a bit smaller. I don't leave these out there so he can play with them all the time. That way when he does play with them, he'll enjoy it. These are magnetic letters and numbers. I have some Play-Doh in here. I put my Play-Doh in here. So I guess Play-Doh could be like an extra must-have. Children love to play with Play-Doh. You just have to be very careful. These are for ages 2 and up. They need adult supervision. Play-Doh can get pretty messy, but it's a lot of fun for them. A preschool book. This one I bought at Costco, I think. They have one at Walmart. They have them on Amazon. This one has stickers. This one teaches alphabet, numbers, phonics, shapes, colors, and science. I like this one a lot. My son has a lot of fun with it. So it's also identifying the letters, lowercase, uppercase, and then later on it's going to work on other things which we haven't got there yet. Spelling out the numbers, writing them. It's going to have coloring, shapes, animals, patterns. So a little bit of everything there later on. If you don't have the time to put a curriculum together, you can always purchase one of these books as a starter. It pretty much has a lot of the basics that your child will have to learn in preschool or to get ready for kindergarten. As I said, it comes with stickers. I like that it comes with a small book that you can work on every day. when you're learning the letters of the alphabet. These books are also available as your child starts growing, kindergarten all the way to 4th grade for this particular book. There's also my big preschool book, which I did see at Walmart, but I had already purchased this one, so I didn't want to go and buy another one since I had already purchased a whole bunch of them at the dollar store. That's another place for you to look to buy books at a low cost, and you don't need to be printing a whole bunch of pages. They have different books. Dollar store has a variety of books. They have numbers, colors, shapes, alphabet books where your child can learn to trace, color, and all kinds of learning activities. They're only $1. It comes with a lot of colorful pages. If you'd like to see all the books that I have, I mentioned them in a big haul that I shared with you guys. This is just an example of the books that they have available at the dollar store. If you want to teach your child at an early age to count, math, I purchased these from Amazon. These include 16 counting bears, 6 matching cups, 2 large tweezers. The educational benefits for these are color recognition, fine motor skills, and mathematics. My son has learned to add with these counting bears. We're barely learning subtraction, so we're working on that. They're really fun for him. So we started doing the matching where he's going to put all the blue bears in the blue cup. We did use the tongs or the tweezers a bit, but we haven't used them as much. These are the tiny bears here. So he would put them in a cup. There's 10 of each color. Another thing that's very important is to have glue or the glue sticks. My son prefers to use the glue sticks because the white glue is a bit messy for him, and then his fingers get all sticky, and I don't know if it's something to do with toddlers or just some children don't like to have their fingers sticky. So we use the glue sticks. So that's another must, something that we all need. If they're learning to cut, you want them to learn to paste. So the glue sticks are a must. Dot markers are a must. There are so many different activities that they can do with dot markers. I couldn't find these anywhere at first, but then when I saw them at the dollar store, I'm like, wait a minute, $1? I found them online and they were very expensive. So when I saw them at the dollar store, I was like, yay! I got a couple different colors. So dot markers are one of the things on my list. If you are planning to homeschool, I think that another must-have is a binder. It can be a thin binder, a thick binder. I did a learning binder for my son, and I will be doing a video for you guys on everything that I have here for him to learn in a fun way. I have an example for you guys here where he's learning shapes and also the signs. I also think a binder is necessary because sometimes you want to save their work, right? To see how far along is their progress. So that's a good place to store all the work that they've done. Now, another thing that you need, if you have a binder, you're gonna need a hole puncher. I purchased this one. This one's like a heavy duty hole puncher. This might be a little too much, but I bought a number chart, 1 to 100. I think this is a must. And the reason I got this one is because you can switch the cards around and they're a different color. We go over these with a little stick that we also purchased at the dollar store. He likes it. He has fun with it. It's a different way of learning. As I mentioned, you want to teach them in different ways. That way it doesn't get boring for them, and always learning is fun. Another must-have that I think it's a must-have for me are the Dollar Tree posters. They have a different variety. It just depends with your local Dollar Tree, or you can always check back to see what kind of new things they have every season or from time to time. I bought my ABCs from there. We also have a shapes poster. We have a color poster, and they're only $1. Books are another must-have on my list. So I started reading to my son when he was in my belly. I always knew that I wanted to start reading to him ever since he was a baby. Yeah, this one is one of his first books. We got it for him when he was 7 months, and I used to read it to him. This is the animals book. They're really big images for babies to catch their attention, very colorful. As children get a bit older, you can always read the word for them. What does this say? Dog. What does the dog eat? And you can show him here. This is the dog house. They eat bones. They eat dog food. We bought these big cushiony books at Burlington. We also got the numbers book. I liked it because it was pretty big, and as he got a little bit older, he was reading it on his own. He would look at it, he would run through the pages, and he would want me to read these books for him all day, sometimes even 10 times a day, the same book. Yes. I think it was for his first birthday that we bought him this animals book with sounds. We bought this one at Costco. So it has all different animal sounds there. I would read to him, and I would either point to the animal and have him press on it, or I would help him press on it when he was a bit smaller. And once we started potty training before he turned 2, this was one of his favorite books for potty training. This is another big must-have, very important for homeschooling, a laminator. I got it pretty cheap. I got it at Walmart. It's very small, lightweight, pretty much does everything it has to do, laminates pages. And if you have a laminator, what do you need? You also need the pockets to go along with it. This one comes with 2-letter size pouches, just so you can test it out. Protects items from damage, professional quality laminating. I like it a lot. In case it doesn't laminate on the first try, you can always go over it a second time, but it's always worked for me. Another extra, something that you don't really need, you can always find learning games. These are the wooden lacing beads. These are from Melissa and Doug. Let me just read what it says here. This helps count, match, sort, and stack. The wooden beans and color coordinated laces makes an engaging skill building activity. That's one of the toys that you can get them for learning. Lastly, a must-have that you guys need at home is a whiteboard. Not only is it fun for them to draw on whiteboards and to erase the images that they draw themselves, that's really fun. You can also teach them on a whiteboard. We use our whiteboard for learning, for him to draw, to use his imagination with drawing. Also, he uses the magnet letters and he puts them on the whiteboard. And then I'll ask him, what does this say? Cat. You're obviously going to need some dry erase markers to go along with that. Thank you so much, friends and homeschool moms that are watching this video. Thank you so much for your time that it took you guys to watch this video. Please let me know in the comments below, what is a must-have for you guys? What did I miss, or what do I need for homeschooling, preschool, kindergarten? We can always learn from each other and help each other out. Please do subscribe and hit that like if you like this video. I'm going to be sharing more of these videos with you guys, a small mini homeschool series here on this channel. So please do subscribe to be notified of my upcoming videos. Take care. May God bless you all, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.